Hey everyone, welcome back to another reading from Papa's Comic Books and Coffee. Let's see who decided to join us today. Well, look at there. It's the Uncanny X-Men, number 283 from 1991. Only $1 back then. Bishop's Crossing. This is by John Byrne and Art Thibault. As always, if you're interested in this book, it is available on my eBay webpage, papas-comic-books. All right, let's get into it and see what we can do. Place: the Arctic lair of Trevor Fitzroy, renegade mutant and would-be leader of the Hellfire Club. Time: the present, barely a heartbeat since the end of last issue. Situation: chaos unleashed. Prognosis: not at all good for the forces of evil who thought this day already theirs. This is too easy, Bishop. Maybe our little friends here are still disoriented from their time jump. They sure enough aren't putting up the kind of fight I would have expected back home. Consider us lucky then, Malcolm. The compatriots don't seem too interested in getting involved in this battle just yet. Seize the opportunity. Throw your takes back through the time portal. And you, young Master Fitzroy, you go first. Bishop, no, don't. I beg of you, take me if you must, but not first. Oh, you are really so much the coward that you seek to postpone the inevitable, even by so few seconds. Call it cowardice if you like, Bishop, but one can possibly cost you to do it as I ask. He's right, Bishop. We're wasting time. I'm pushing my take through. Yeah. What in the name of all that's holy? It's tearing him apart. Fitzroy, you motherless, you knew that would happen. You knew it, of course. I hope you like the 20th century, Bishop. The holes my mutant power rips in the fabric of time and space are one way. You and your men are here to stay, which means you can be right here to watch as I usher in the death of your precious dream. Fitzroy, you bloody fool, you can't do this. This isn't what happened. And what I must know due to correct your insanity, the blood I must spill, is all on your head. Oops. Bishop's Crossing. Malcolm, Randall, I hereby assume complete judicial authority. Lock and load, gentlemen. Stand by for termination sweep. Iceman, these beings who first came through the portal are terrified of the newcomers, yet there are only 3 of them. Who are these men who command such terror? Beats me, Rusky. Doesn't seem to be anyone here interested in making formal introductions either. This is no time for levity, Iceman. We have already seen how dangerous were Fitzroy's first arrivals. We must waste no time wondering who these new 3 are. It is enough to know the others fear them. Fan out. If this man Bishop now intends to embark upon this indiscriminate slaughter, as his words suggest, we do not wish to present him with an easy target. Fitzroy, he'll kill Fitzroy first. Activate image inducers. Save him. What in the hey they've all become Fitzroy. Hurry before Bishop can We can hold Bishop long enough for you to escape and bring through others from the future. The future? Chameleon, ploy, no more time for subtlety. Blast everyone who looks like Fitzroy. Get away, Lord Fitzroy. Break for the door while there's still a chance. Is that the explanation? Are these strangers from the alternate timeline? X-Men have struggled so long to obliterate? But we know so little of that time. This man, Bishop, his uniform bears the mark of X-Men, and he seems totally unaffected by the laser-like blasts of that mutant. Or not affected. Woman, I have absorbed I-Beam's power, and now I return it. You killed them, sliced them to ribbons, no more than they've done to others, big man, and no less than I'll do to you if you stand in my way. I think not. Enemy of our enemy you may be, but the X-Men do not stand by while lives are carelessly obliterated. What in X-Men? Did you say X-Men? What kind of trick is this? And yet, can it really be? Do I even dare dream? Are you really the X-Men? Bishop seems to have lost interest in me for now. Not surprising, passage through one of my time portals must be confusing, even for someone who's prepared for the trip. And my old friend Bishop is. There he is. Nail him. Gloves on. Who? Damper on. Don't waste your energy for struggle, pretty boy. With these gadgets in place, your powers are neutralized. And frankly, without your powers, you don't look like you could have given a housefly a decent workout. Mothership target is secured. Get us out of here. Hope you've enjoyed your 15 minutes of fame, Limey. Master Shinobi says you've been a very naughty boy. Ooh, flare cards, basketball, All-Star Jam. And I don't think you'll be in much shape to enjoy anything after he's done with you. The X-Men. By all that's holy, it's you. It really is. Storm, every bit of commanding, every bit of beautiful, as the legends say. And Iceman, always the living contradiction, the hot-headed ice warrior. But your face is almost the angel's butt. No, it's a trick, isn't it? Stupid bloody trick. Exactly the kind of cruel joke I should have expected from Lord Fitzroy. Well, it isn't going to work. I won't let my love of the X-Men legends stop me destroying you. There will be no further destruction of life here, Bishop. We are the X-Men, and so we swear. You're good, I'll give you that. You ape the power of Colossus with remarkable facility, even in his speech patterns. But if you're truly a mutant, Malcolm, you'll be stopped by the restraining cuffs as easily as the others. So come on, let's see if you're a man enough to try this game on my terms. This is no game, Bishop. When the X-Men fight, we do not do so for the sport of it. Fast! But the armored form you're imitating makes you slower than me. Further proof, if I needed any, that you are not the real X-Men. Every schoolboy knows the real Colossus was as swift as the wind. They are taught the stuff of fantasy, Bishop. I am Colossus, as Professor X named me. We are the X-Men. Enough. Your charade begins to border on blasphemy. I shall tolerate this lie no longer. He is going to kill Peter, Iceman, Archangel. Ignore the others, Bishop. Our prime target. You got it, boss lady. Though somehow I think Cyclops would have twigged to that long ago. Stand back, Bishop. That you accept us as the X-Men is of no consequence. You need only know we will not let you harm any of our number. Well said. It makes me sad to know you are not who you say. You are everything I would have wished Odoro to be. But the life of your ersatz Colossus is nonetheless forfeit. And the lightning you hurl against me I can absorb as easily as I did I-beams lasers. Now, let's see if you can take it, Ice. No, conflicting frequencies must. Blam, a worthy try, but your powers are no match for mine, when mine is the power to match yours. Fancy moves, Bishop, but hate to rain on your parade and all that. But the list of jokers who've tried to ace the X-Men reads like a who's who of supervillains. You don't even make the... Wake up, Frosty. Your boss may have decided Bishop's the whole party, but you should know better. Easy does it, Bobby. Their weapons may be able to smash your ice slides as fast as you can form them, but I'm here to catch you, and my blades can keep them occupied. Don't be so sure of that, Blue Boy. Those darts are like no power the angel was ever recorded in processing, and they don't stand up to the lightning I absorbed from Storm. Careful, Bishop. If you start calling the witch by that name, you might find yourself believing her. Small chance of that. If he has not learned to accept me after seeing me harness the lightning, I am sure this hurricane will do no more to convince him. Stand fast. Don't let... Oh! And now, I have had more than enough of this madness, Bishop. Because of you, this room is filled with corpses. And the man we came to capture has made good his escape. Fitzroy had some part of the apparent death of the dearest friend, Jean Grey. Jean? Shut up, Bishop. We pursued him to this place to try one last desperate gamble to restore Jean. I swear now by the blessed goddess, if anything you have done has jeopardized that mission. Ooh, X-Men t-shirts and Spider-Man sweatshirts. We will learn if your absorption power extends to the assimilation of bullets. Well, Charles, was your guess right? It was. No guess, Forge. I am telepathically linked to the X-Men as well, you know. I knew Jean could not be dead, for I would have surely felt her die. And the mind that reaches out to me from this body, the body of Emma Frost, is truly Jean's. Of this I am quite certain. Then why the hesitation? Why not restore Jean to her proper body now? No, not until I probed all of Jean's psyche. There is a mystery here, Forge. When Jean first came to my school for gifted youngsters, she was telekinetic. I taught her to hone that power control and channel it to its full potential, but her telepathic powers remained dormant for a long time. When they were finally released, triggered by a situation which compelled me to share my own psychic powers with Jean, she quickly became a telepath of intricate complexity. If not for that, the Phoenix creature might never have been able to use Jean's mind and body as its matrix to its own ends. But this, the transference of her mind into that of another human, this is something Jean has never been able to do before. She was in life or death situation, Charles. It's not for nothing they say necessity is the mother of invention. True, I only pray you're right, by my friend. Now monitor all local psychic manifestations. Be prepared to block the least indication of such energies. If I am to successfully draw all the elements of Jean's psyche out of the White Queen, there must be nothing, no external stimuli to distract me. There will be a moment when our psyches are linked, functioning as a single entity. This will be a procedure more delicate than any other telepath have ever attempted. And I fear there is no way I can prevent it being painful for poor Jean. No, I didn't count on this. The combining of their minds generated a field effect that's blowing all my damper circuits. If another PSI were to try to interfere, there'd be no way for me to detect it. Charles, I am all right. Forge, I was successful, but for a moment. It almost seemed another. Charles, you, Jean, Professor, you did it. You got me out. You got me back. I know I should never have doubted you would do it, but you took a great risk, Jean, but one worth the taking. Hey, something's up. On the radar screen, another aircraft. Forge. Not a configuration I know. Interesting. We didn't monitor its approach either. They were here before us, or it could be Fitzroy escaping. Do you want to pursue? No, Forge. The X-Men are still in a battle alert situation below us. We must remain here until they are safe and this base is secure. Whoever it is aboard that ship, they must wait for another time. Did you miss me, Precious? You really didn't think I'd let you keep this ring, did you, Trevor? The symbol of my rank and power? Former rank and power, which I won from you fairly by your own rules? Ah, but the nature of the game is that rules keep changing, Trevor. You cheated yourself when you cut off my finger to take the ring. I might have bled to death if my sentinels had not acted to reattach the severed digit. They did a good job, though. I still feel a little stiffness. Spare me your prattling shenanibe. I demand the arbitration of the game master, as you wish. Although I have already made contact with the game master, Trevor, as you can see by the message on your contact screen. The decision has not been favorable in your position. Master Shinobi, we find your favor, Grandmaster. There remains but one act to finalize my moment of triumph. My agents did more than steal you from the midst of battle, Trevor. They also placed a number of rather powerful explosive devices all around your iceberg lair. Devices we will now detonate. Detonation signal transmitted, Master Shinobi. Destination in 20 seconds. Detonation. A toast, then, my fellow upstarts. Today we eliminate not only the threat of Lord Fitzroy, but a major component of the X-Men. With them eliminated, especially the one called Professor X, their menace to us and the Hellfire Club will quite quickly evaporate. Brag and boast all you like, Shinobi. There's where your greatest weakness lies after all. You haven't killed me yet, nor do you dare until we have met with the Game Master. And as long as I live, your throne is not secure. As long as I live, I shall do everything in my power to bring you down, to make the leadership of Hellfire Club mine. Mine. Below, you are fortunate indeed, Bishop. Professor X has just informed me telepathically that Jean Grey is alive and well. And so you continue the play acting. Why? The base is of no further use, damaged and exposed as it is. Fitzroy has made good his escape by now. What do you hope to profit from continuing this bit of theater? I think the questions are mine to ask, Bishop. We can begin with a detailed explanation of just who you are and why you wear the emblem of the X-Men. I wear what I earned in a lifetime of combat, of fighting, to preserve the dream of Charles Xavier. That is not an answer, Bishop. I want more if you are to... Oh, doom. Explosion. Fitzroy must have left delayed charges to clean up after him. His ploys bought us the time we need to get clear. X-Men form online. I have created a pressure dome that will deflect the falling debris. Maybe so, Witch, but I can make things even worse than Fitzroy's charges. The whole top of the superstructure is coming down. That will prevent these so-called X-Men from pursuing us, but it frustrates me to run away with no clear victory and no clear idea who their impersonators are. Later, Bishop, if we really in the 20th century, there will be time enough to track down the real X-Men. There's always tomorrow, Bishop. I guess we know that better than anyone. Gone, and we know no more of them than in the moment of their first appearance. Save the question, Storm. Whatever this fancy bracelet is Bishop clamped on in Peter, it snapped him back to his human form so fast it knocked the stuffing out of him. I will be fine, Bobby. Yeah, right. I think we'd better let the professor be the one to make that call, big guy. Come on, Storm. Warren can fly under his own power. But we need you to get us out. Very well, Iceman. But I will not let this matter end here, Bishop. Spoke with reverence of the X-Men. He wore our symbol as if it was his own. If there is an answer to be found, we must find it. I fear our very future may depend upon the knowledge. Here they come, Charles. Match speed, Forge. I will activate the medical facilities. Our first order of business must be Colossus. Continue to search the arena, Archangel. Seek any trace of Bishop and Fitzroy. This attention is not necessary, Forge. Save the brave soldier act, Rasputin. We have no idea what kind of technology Bishop used to knock out our power. If we have a few hours, Forge, too much has happened today. Too many questions that go begging for a solution. At least the effect won't be permanent. A few hours rest and young Mr. Rasputin will be good as new. I am as disturbed as you, Aurora. Clearly the X-Men face a dangerous new adversary in this man, Bishop. His timing could not have been less ideal, given that we are already locked in combat with the forces seeking to overthrow the present leadership of our Hellfire Club. Our uneasy alliance with the organization has already come close to costing us Jean's life. I know, Professor, decisions made in our absence seem to continually haunt us. But this man, Bishop, has touched nerve. He is a most formidable force, and I cannot rest until the questions he raises have all been answered. Until I know all that is to be known. Well, lady, this has all been most invigorating, has it not? Indeed it has, Game Master, indeed it has. And one cannot help but wonder how much more so it will become when my unwitting upstarts learn the true nature of our little game and the actual prize for which they all strive so mightily. Then, Game Master, then the game will truly become interesting. Next, Into the Void. And some X-Mail. And some holiday savings coupons. And that is that. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that book. That was, again, X-Men number 283 from 1991, Bishop's Crossing. As always, this book is available on my eBay webpage, papas-comic-books. And as I always say,
that was easy.
Until next time, thumbs up, leave me a thumbs down, leave me a like, don't leave me a like, leave me a dislike, whatever you want. Write a comment, tell me how crappy this was, whatever you like. Until then, Papa out.